your Hogs, LSU at Arkansas. LSU, like I said before, can clinch a division with a win and a Bama win. This is all Hogs for me. All I wanted was 3. This is spot of the year. Coming off the Liberty loss, and LSU's coming off the emotional win over Alabama in overtime. Although I just don't think that Bryce Young was right for that game. Just that horrendous spot. You're into that stuff, and I do think it matters with college kids. I think this is one of the best spots of the year. You're also selling high on LSU. I mean, I've been backing LSU of late. They've been cashing. This is the peak of the market for LSU. Remember, 4 weeks ago, this is a team that got dominated at Auburn. They pulled out the win, but they got statistically dominated. Now, they've improved over the course of the season. But, look, for what it's worth, Sammy Covers is 12-6 against the spread as an underdog, including 8-3 against the spread against top 20 teams, including a perfect 6-0 if you exclude Alabama and Georgia. But the offensive line here for Arkansas, one of the best in the country. I think it can control the line of scrimmage. I think Arkansas can run the ball. And LSU's defense has been vulnerable against the run. And Jefferson's numbers under pressure he's the highest rated quarterback in the country under pressure. This is just all spot for me. And I do think that there's some match advantage for Arkansas. Their defense is bad, but in a spot like this, that's where you see the biggest jump. Like, you can't execute because you care, but your tackling, your energy, and look, Slusher's going to be out, but he hasn't been that great since he came back and moved this strong safety. This is Arkansas for me. I hope you agree.
No, not even close.
Wow.
And, plot twist, actually LSU's offensive line is playing way better than Arkansas's offensive line. And, I think the hangover spot, I'll start there. I mean, I went and did some research on Bet Labs on Brian Kelly. Like, when he wins games as an underdog, what does he do the following week? In his career, he's 18-12-1 against the spread. And you can shoot holes in those spots. But, I mean, he's already done it twice this season where he showed up off of an underdog victory and then covered the next week. And, I think that goes back to the type of coach that he is. Like, I mean, great coaches don't allow their teams to have hangovers or letdowns or overlooks or anything like that. And Brian Kelly should win Coach of the Year, considering this team had the highest number of snaps come in of any other college football team from the transfer portal. So it's really just been a masterful job trying to get this to work. You got to give some credit to defensive coordinator Matt House coming in. He was a linebacker coach for the Chiefs. They have a very complex multi-personnel scheme that's top 20 in passing success rate and finishing drives. And freshman linebacker Harold Perkins is he's must-see TV now. He is just going crazy on defensive plays. The Hogs were dreadful on offense against Liberty. KJ Jefferson wasn't injured. He was called banged up, just really sore. Pittman says it's not going to be a factor this week, but I'm not sure what I believe anymore. And Raheem Sanders' yards running the ball is just diminishing week over week. There's nothing behind him. Dominique Johnson is out for the season. AJ Green didn't pan out. We had a stable of 4 running backs last year. Now it's just Raheem, and his numbers per game are going down by the week. And listen, the defense loses Miles Slusher. Slusher was a big part of this defense because he could line up at corner. He could line up at safety. He could play the slot. He got involved with a little bit of an incident with the crowd, got suspended for this game, put his hands on a cop. Not a good thing. So he'll be out for this game. And that brings up Quincy McAdoo. As he's going to have to start lining up everywhere. So it's very new for him. But listen, Arkansas is 115th in rushing success rate on defense. And like I said, that LSU offensive line right now, they are absolutely dominating. They're the number 1 unit in the nation in offensive stuff rate. That is tremendous. I couldn't believe when I saw it in the sheet. Arkansas is now bottom 10 defense in passing down success rate and third downs. And that translation is a Jaden Daniels zone read will never be stopped. It will never be stopped. There could be some sleepiness. This is the old SEC Jefferson pilot time slot, 11 a.m. local kick. I did take a first half under, but LSU -3 is still on the board as you and I are recording this. I make it 4.5. So I'd buy it at 4.2 just for a lot less, but I can't make a case on either side of the ball for Arkansas. They are not playing well. The coaching staff does not look happy with each other. They don't look happy with the decisions on the field. They're not happy with the execution, and it's getting worse. And now we got players putting their hands on cops at 2:00 in the morning just off Dixon Street. Things are not going well at Arkansas whatsoever.
For the first time in a long time this year, which makes me happy for this game, you haven't had a great feel in your Hogs. Sometimes you get in a rhythm with a team. You haven't gotten in rhythm with them all year. So for my bankroll, I hope that you're off again. I think Arkansas wins this game outright, and I'm trusting the spot here. It is a slam dunk spot, and I'm trusting that the defense steps up. Daniel's going to make a couple mistakes. This LSU team isn't as good as we've seen lately. They weren't as bad as we see. They're going to be up and down. It's a young and experienced team with a new coach. Woo pig suey.